Hi guys and welcome back to the Colour Cave. It's Jem here to round off the last of the official videos for this cave. Today we are going to have a little look at some of the items that have come into my little grubby hands in the last month or so. I have been filming this over the course of the month, but I wanted to bring it together as one whole haul video, and while you guys are watching this I'm probably moving furniture out of this room. So let's get to top down view and you can see what goodies we've got this time. Well, this is a bit of an impromptu one. It is Hogmanay, so it is New Year's Eve, and I have just had my Hermes guy come to the door, who I'm on first name terms with, and I told him that I haven't ordered anything. Was he sure that this was the right package? Was it for me? And apparently yes, and it is an Amazon parcel, so I am assuming that that means that this is from an Amazon fairy. So I've just torn the strip off and given it to Pip, because if I don't she goes nuts and tries to chew the box, but I haven't looked inside yet, so here we go. Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh, I see the little gift labels. Thank you for what you do, from Ashley. Oh Ashley, this is amazing. That's such a sweet note. You know that that's going to go in the big boot of gratitude now, don't you? Right, let's get this stuff out because there's still loads of stuff in here. Right, now I can give the box to Pip. Oh my goodness. That makes sense. I don't like to draw people, and she's... Oh my goodness, both sets of Black Widow skin coloured pencils. Good grief, Ashley, that's too much. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, we're going to have to swatch these out. Oh my god. I have wanted this paper for so long. This is, I think it's supposed to be craft paper stroke writing paper, but it's sort of different vintage designs, and I really like sort of old style, you know, like antiqued type stuff. Oh, see, this looks like crumpled paper. This is amazing. Oh, I'm so excited about paper. What is wrong with me? I love paper. So let's see what we've got here, and it is double-sided as well. You know, it's none of this sort of cheap, you know, half a job type stuff. So we've got one that looks like this. I always think of like old treasure maps or something. The paper does feel really smooth, so I don't know if we're going to be able to use much in the way of pencil on it, but I was thinking drawing inks. That was my thought. So there's a sort of darker one here, and there's one a bit similar to the first one that's got a sort of border on it. Oh, look, there's so many different types as well. Wow. One with a sort of grain on it. Looks like an old parchment type, or even an old canvas maybe. We've got a sort of stained one here as well. Oh, these are amazing. This makes me so happy. I just love old stuff. I think that's why... I was going to say, I think that's why I love my mum. Sorry mum if you're watching. Yeah, so there's another one, and then there's this one here as well. Goodness me. So this is like proper high quality. I think we're going to have to do a video on this paper, guys. But there's tons of it. I didn't realise there was so many sheets. Ashley has sent me these from my Amazon wish list, which is just phenomenal. It really is. I don't expect you guys to do stuff like this. That list's there so that you can go on and go, oh, I wonder what Jem wants, and then go, oh, I want that too. Not for you to come and buy me stuff. This is insane. I wonder if it tells you how many sheets. 120 sheets of paper. Oh, that's going to keep me going for a little while. If you guys really like this paper, after I've done a little sort of test run with it, you know, we'll give it a road test, I might put some of this in the cave stash if it's something that would interest you. You can let me know in the comments of this video if that's something that you quite fancy a little shot at. So we'll pop this out of the way now. Oh, I can't get over this. This is ridiculous. Ashley, if I was closer to you, I'd come and smack your hands for you for being a naughty girl. I am excited about these, I'm not going to lie, because I have all of the Black Widow pencils now. I didn't buy the skin tones, but again, the Black... I can't get into this. The Black Widow pencil thing only came about, again, because of one of you guys, and you all seem to really enjoy the review that I did. That was day one of Caveness. Let's have a look at these ones. Now, I know these ones have got dipped ends to show you roughly what colour they are. Yeah, that's so much better than the original sets. Oh, these are some really interesting. Oh, they've got purples in them as well. This is something that I feel quite strongly about, in that when you're putting shadows on skin tones, people tend to go for like browns and dark reds, and you can get that really sort of flushed look. Purple is a great colour to use as a shadow colour for skin tone, so I'm really glad that these are in here. Oh, they're quite bright. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Look. Because it is a smaller tin, they've got like colour swatches on the front, and there isn't the same swatch on the inside of the tin like they have in the bigger tins, so we're going to have to just go with the flow here. So let's see, we're still on this, we've sharpened your pencil for you, but it's not actually sharp. You see it's like really flat at the end, that really bugs me. Okay, what have we got? Light mocha. Oh, this pencil feels really hard compared to the other ones. Now, I don't know whether it's just this colour or whether it's the whole set of pencils. We're about to find out. Washed purple. Oh, so that's like a sort of washed out lavendery grey colour. That one feels softer. I think it's just this pencil. Olive gold. Okay, yeah, some are softer than others. The light mocha was just a one over it. I'm going to swatch the rest of these out and I'll write the names underneath them because they do all feel quite similar, and I'll just show you them once I'm done. So there you go, there you can see the dark skin set, and they are delightful. I'm just going to swatch out the pale skin tone ones as well, seeing as I'm here. Okay, so there is the light skin set all swatched out as well. The first thing that I'm noticing is that the dipped ends do not correspond to the colours at all. That is supposed to be fairy floss. That looks almost neon, and it's really, really not. And carrot is this one here. Now to me that's more of a rust colour that's on the tip of that. I know the light's not very good today, guys, I'm sorry. But that's more of a rust colour, whereas this is like orange, so they haven't done a very good job of matching those up. And also I feel like they've just been trying to make this up to a set of 12. If you take a closer look, I love the colour names. So this one's called Murk, as in murky water, and I'll try and get in a little bit closer for you. Murk and eggshell. Even in this bad light, there is literally no discernible difference to the naked eye unless you really, really, really look between these two pencils. Yeah, so between the carrot and the sherbet there is hardly anything in it. So yeah, I'm kind of having mixed feelings about these pencils. I think the darker colours are much better, and again there are a few that aren't great in terms of colour matching to that dipped end. Right, okay, so washed purple. You can see there looks like a really dark but quite a rich purple. And when you see it next to the swatch, nope, just nope, nope, nope. And then what I think looks like a lilac is actually grey. Now there's definitely, I don't care what anyone says, in this dipped end there are definitely some purpley tones in that, and when you hold it up next to it becomes quite apparent that that's not the case. So yeah, I am pleased at the colour selection though, because I did find that more of the neutral shades were missing in the original 3 sets, and also having full set syndrome as well. I am a completionist, so yeah, I'm really pleased to have all these, and I will probably use these types of colours more because I like to do things that are found in nature and include animals and plants and that. So I will probably get more use out of these pencils than some of maybe the brighter colours from the original sets. Anyway, Ashley, thank you very much. That was so generous of you. I'm a little bit gobsmacked, to be honest. I've just did a whole load of nice things for Christmas, and here I am sitting at New Year with more pencils. Absolutely just the biggest bucket of gratitude to you, because that is very, very generous. So I've just been and checked my mailbox, and this is the first time it's been opened since before Christmas. So I've picked up a few Christmas cards and I had to show you this one. So this is from Julia, who is our watercolour maker extraordinaire, and she sent me it's like a postcard, like a Christmas postcard, which is absolutely lovely. Thank you, Julia. But the most adorable thing about this is she's put Albert's paw print on. Look at it, it's so small. Love Julia and Albert. That is absolutely freaking adorable. isn't it? It's just so lovely. See, stuff like this makes me really happy, and I love the Swedish stamps as well. They're so pretty. So thanks, Julia. That really made me smile. I was stood in the middle of the post box place going, oh look, it's so cute. That is absolutely adorable. Thank you. And I also got another Christmas card as well, which is really nice. And this is just pure awe factor. Pip's got a bit of cardboard from one of the boxes that I'm supposed to be using for packing, and she's ripping it to shreds. I'm past the point of caring today. How adorable is this little dog? Like, actually, he's so cute. I really like Dachshunds, but I wouldn't have one. They're quite feisty little dogs, and I like nice obedient dogs like collies. Anyway, this is from Cal, just wishing us a happy new year full of art, which I think is a lovely way to sign off a card. You guys make me feel so wanted and so appreciated. So yeah, these are going to go in the big book of gratitude. So I want to say thank you to Julia and Cal for sending me Christmas cards. That's just amazing. And this is Julia's own painting as well, and I've got a funny feeling that this might be a representation of maybe a part of her house or her farm. I'm really excited about these because this I got given a voucher, a gift voucher for Arteza for my Christmas, and I bought these. Look how dinky they are. These are cold press watercolour sketchbooks, but they're like travel ones, like they're totally dinky. I've only got tiny wee hands, and that is like the size of my hand. I've heard good things about these, but I like this. Has got 80 sheets of watercolour paper in it, and it's cold press, dual sided, so you can paint on both sides if that's what you want. Expandable inner pocket. Oh wow, look, it's got a proper little plastic pocket in it as well. That's amazing. Yeah, so just because I'm a little bit more confident in my painting now, I've been painting not quite a year. The elastic that's on this, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's kind of got like a holy pattern in it. It reminds me of a bra strap. Yeah, so I was just looking for something a little bit more compact, because I think that in the time that I do go away, I think I might like to be able to do a little bit of watercolour painting. This was kind of my idea. I'm absolutely desperate to try this out. It does have a little bookmark as well, which I think is amazing when you've got this many pages. But I just like the size of them. I've never had anything this cute before. And it's like a fabric sort of coating it's got on. I like how they have all their products advertised elsewhere. I don't have any watercolours to hand, otherwise I would just like test this out. Right, I'm going to have to dig out some watercolour, this won't do. I've also got my little set of Derwent ink tents as well. I'm quite curious to find out how they work on this. So let's start off with, I'm a bit discombobulated at the moment because obviously I'm packing and things. Grab some stuff. Okay, so I'm going to empty my atomizer out into this so that I can test this out, because I needed to empty it anyway, because this needs packed away. I'm not really going to be doing any serious painting now until after the move, so I figured I would just wait until these came and have a little play about with them, and then I'll just pack all my watercolours up. I no longer have a travel watercolour set anymore. This is the closest thing that I've got, just because I ended up giving everything away because I'm generous like that. I used to have a little travel one of these and I gave that away. Right, let's see first of all. Oh, I've got a bit of cardboard stuck to that. I want to see how well the paint travels on this paper, and the first thing to do is to see how water sits on it and how quickly it soaks in, and if it is going to buckle or not. And let's take a dark colour because you guys are able to see a dark colour better. Mauve. This is mauve. Okay, well, it is moving about beautifully. Now where I've actually soaked the paper, I haven't actually soaked it. There is a sheen on it, but there's no puddling of the water or anything like that. So the mobility of the paint through the water is still really, really good, even though the paper has started to absorb it slightly. But that's immense. That's really a really good start. What happened to the... Oh yeah. Okay, so far so good. I really like cold press watercolour paper, which is what this is, because I really enjoy the texture of it, and I think it's because it's quite similar to using coloured pencil. I think that's why I enjoy cold press paper. I do like the texture of the paper, but look at that. That's lovely. I'm quite impressed with this already. My problem is I don't have a lot of water left now. And let's take a Pithilo. Oh no, let's have turquoise, that's way more fun. You should see the mess Pip's made on the floor, it's outrageous. I'm just trying some letter colour, and that's because I'm going to write watercolour. I just wanted to try some lettering, you know, for a bit more sort of precision. Precision. The paper isn't textured enough that it's going to cause you any issues, which I like. There we go. Let that bleed out there. Oh, see how that looks quite vibrant. I do need to mop some of this up though. And let's grab some Viridian Hue, because I like it a lot. I just want to try my Derwent Inktense quite quickly. Oh, we like the mango. Oops, that was far too watery, but never mind. Yep, and that's still letting me move the Inktense around as well, which is nice. You've got to be really quick with the Inktense because it is ink. And if you want to start messing about with it, you have to go kind of quick with it. Because once it dries, it's not going anywhere. Really pleased with this little book. I think it's adorable. And I have absolutely no issue with painting on the other side of that as well, because that has done nothing. That's the, I'm going to have to leave that open to dry now. But this is my first watercolour sketchbook. I've never had one before, but I really wanted one of these little ones. So that is the Arteza Premium Cold Press 5.5 by 3.5 inch. That's really long-winded. Can we just not say it's a 14 by 9 centimetre? So it's small, it's diddly. And the paper is 230 GSM. Really impressed with those. Okay, the other thing that I got from Arteza with my gift voucher was this bad boy. So this is the set of 120 coloured pencils. I just wanted to take a quick look at these. Again, it's something that I will probably do a full review on. I think last time with the Artezas I did was it the yeah, someone gifted me the 48 set. I think it was that Janet? I'm really sorry if I can't remember your name, but someone gifted me the 48 set and I gave them away because literally like 2 days before they arrived, someone had sent me the 72 set. I have this 120 set. Look at the thickness of this box. Oh, ooh, this is, oh, they're still using these flimsy trays. I hate these trays. Like oh, they're horrible. But look at all these pencils. That looks like no, it's not 2 layers that are the same. I recognise some of these colours already. I hate the way they do this though. See the way they've arranged the colours? They obviously want every layer to look nice. You see, it's supposed to look like a rainbow on every layer, and if you just glanced quickly you would say that those were 2 sets of the same pencils. I hate it when they do this. Like, put all the same colours together, like put all the yellows together, put all the greens together, please. Oh, how many layers have we got? My god. They do have a full list of all the colours on the inside lid, which is kind of cool. That's kind of handy. Oh, some of these are nice. Okay, oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of pencils. Oh, that's almost impossible to get. Oh, that's horrible. Metallic ones. I don't want metallic pencils. I don't use them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of these metallic pencils, and I am determined I'm finding them because they're going to test now. Right, this looks suspiciously metallic. Unicorn purple. I could have sworn that was silver, but okay. Right, unicorn purple, silver, gold, copper, silver, gold, copper, and dreamy blue. There we go. Okay, let's try these out. So unicorn purple. Oh, this just looks, helps if you can see what I'm doing, doesn't it? Right, let's zoom in a wee bit. See, this is a bit impromptu, so I'm not very professional here, sorry guys. Right, okay, here we go. So this is unicorn purple, and there is like a tiny hint of lilac in it, but it's a really nondescript colour. It's not that shiny. It's a wee bit shiny. Like, yeah. Oh, there you go. Ooh. Okay, it's a wee bit shiny. It's a very delicate purpley silver. This is the kind of thing that was really on trend for young girls to dye their hair for a wee while, that it was grey but it wasn't really grey. That's what that reminds me of. Right, okay, so let's see it next to silver then, which I think will be more interesting. Okay. I can tell you straight away that these are a million times better than the metallic pencils that come in the Polychromos set. They are awful. Like, those pencils should just never be talked about. They're terrible. Okay, the silver's alright actually. We've got gold. They do have a bit of sparkle to them, but... Okay, the copper's pretty good. And dreamy blue. That just looks blue to me. Looks like periwinkle. Yeah, there's a bit of sheen to them, but they're not anything spectacular. But anyway, that's still good to know. That is going to be interesting anyway, and we shall have a look at the rest of these in a later video. Yet another surprise from Amazon. What are you guys doing to me? You're like, I'm assuming it's something for the cave because I have not ordered anything from Amazon. Let's see what's in here. Oh, holy moly. Ashley, this is like way too much. This is not a cheap item and this is just amazing. Kind of speechless. Ashley, please get in touch with me. Please email me. We need to have a chat. This is insane. Thank you so much. So for everyone else, this is basically like the biggest pencil case I could find, and what I wanted to do was to put all my Derwent pencils into one pencil case, and this has something ridiculous like 240 slots in it, and I liked it because it was pretty. This is supposed to be ice cream, but I think it looks like paint. Either way, it looks gorgeous. So it's hard and it's got like quite a kind of like soft velvety feel. I don't know if any of you have got the kind of like silicone phone covers and it's got that nice sort of texture to it. This is the same thing. So we've got a carry handle and it unzips here. Oh my goodness! So we've got, again, I don't know how well you'll be able to see these on the camera, maybe if I tilt it slightly, there we go. So it's got some mesh pockets here and it's also got a zip pocket. There you go, you can see that. And then we are on to the leaves. Now it looks like I'm going to get probably 2 pencils in there side by side. I've got some Prismacolors here. Let's see what we can do with these. Yeah, so that's going to be 2 pencils side by side in each little slot. So we've got all these leaves and they do sit out from the actual case, which is great as well for getting them in and out, so you're not going up against here trying to pull your pencils in and out. Wowee. And we've got a carry strap as well. I don't think I'll be using that, but that's good to have. And then we've got more pockets. Now I'm quite interested because this is supposed to hold 240 pencils. Judging by this, I'm not going to get 240 unless I start putting them in here. Oh, this is Velcro. Okay, so we're going to get more pencils in here, clearly. Oh, I don't even know where to start with this, my goodness. So I stand corrected, you can get 3 pencils in most of the slots. This took me ages, but I'm going to show you now. Oh, so take that out of the way, we don't need that. Okay, so each of these leaves actually takes 35 pencils, so multiplied by 6 sides gives you 210 in the leaves alone, and then you've still got these additional pockets as well. So yeah, I wanted this for my Derwent pencils, so I've got my Derwent Artist pencils, which is what I call my drawing pencils, and I've got the 72 set of those just now. These little metallic pencils that we got in the stroller box recently. And then I've got my Inktense pencils next, and then just in at the back here I've got the little light fast pencils again, which came in a scroller box sometime, I think it was the year before last, and then my Graphy Tint pencils. So everything is all in one place now, which is amazing. Ashley, I can't thank you enough for this. I'm going to contact you via social media just shortly, because you and I need to have a chat, I think. Okay, so today I've got something rather exciting, and this is something that I have ordered myself, so it's kind of like my own happy meal, and it is this. This is the Winsor & Newton Professional Watercolour Field Box. I already have a set of Winsor & Newton watercolours. They are the Cotman paints, which is the student grade paints. I wanted a travel set to be able to use while I moved and to use in conjunction with this dinky little Arteza watercolour sketchbook, because look at that. I mean, I could literally carry that about in like a jacket pocket or something, and I would have everything I need. So one of the reasons I decided to get the professional set was I was swithering at different types of these travel sets to get, and there's lots of them out there, but I'm really curious to see how these paints will stand up to the Cotman colours and what the differences are in them. So I thought I would get this to use for a future video, but obviously it will be useful for me during the moving period. So I'm really curious to see. It looks like a transformer on the front of the box. Oh, this is posh. So it's a plastic case, and it's quite substantial, but that's a reasonable size. That's like an old-fashioned mobile phone size, isn't it? It looks like one of those Nokia cricket bat things you used to get. And straight away I can see that we've got a little thumb loop so that you can hold on. Obviously I would do it the other way around, being left-handed, because I need this hand to paint, but that's really good as well. So this is obviously all going to fold out into something rather exciting. I'm kind of scared to start pulling at stuff though. How do we do this? Oh, okay, this bit does come off. Ha! Oh, I don't know how any of this works. Oh, okay. Right, so we've got the... yeah, that is so cool. I'll put that back in and do that again just because I can. I'll do it with more finesse this time, look. Ready? Oh. So this is your paintbrush. And the Winsor & Newton travel brushes are good. I used to have one when I bought my first set of Cotman colours. So it is quite a fine little brush, obviously you would imagine it would be. And one of the problems that I've seen, and it happened with the Van Gogh travel brushes, the part where you join it together to make it into a paintbrush was really loose and wobbly, and it was really cheap plastic. This is at very least metal coated. I don't know if it is actually metal or not. It's too delicate to tell, if you know what I mean. But that's a lovely little brush size, so I'd be willing to say that that's maybe a number 2 round. It might tell us on the packaging somewhere, but we can look at the packaging in a minute. So let's just admire the handiwork. And this is obviously a flask to carry some water about in. Or if you're me, you could put Jack Daniels in it, although that probably wouldn't last me very long, let's be realistic. And we've got a dod, there's another good Scottish phrase, a dod of sponge, which is quite nice as well. And I think that seems to be like natural sponge. It's a bit of an odd shape, right enough. I don't know why they've... But anyway, that's good to know. Ooh. Ooh. This is so terribly exciting. Right, okay, oh right, I see what's happening here. So this bit apparently fits on here, and you can leave this in here. So that gives you 1, 2, 3 mixing spaces, so you can do what you want to do. And also that's your water reservoir, so you'd fill that up from here, take your little cap off. Does it just pop off? I'm so frightened I break these things. I don't want to go with brute force, right? I'll maybe look at the instructions. Anyway, you pop that off, fill up your water, and then you just plonk it straight back in there, and that gives you the opportunity to have these 3 mixing surfaces. And obviously you've got your paints in here as well. So let's just take a little look at the colour selection, because this is the 12 set, and I'm always curious as to what colours they're going to give you in a 12 set. And they are wedged quite firmly in there. I don't really know how I'm going to get these out of here. Okay, this whole thing lifts out, that makes more sense. Okay, the middle section lifts out and it's on a hinge, so that's quite helpful. Okay, so we've got raw sienna, burnt sienna, ivory black, I'm quite surprised at that. Chinese white, I'm even more surprised at that. Well, that's a waste of time. Lemon yellow, nickel titanate, Winsor yellow, Winsor red, alizarin crimson. So my first complaint is that got black and white, which is 2 colours I tend not to use much when I'm painting. So let's see what else we've got here. We've got Winsor blue, French ultramarine, and my absolute favourite, permanent sap green, and last but certainly not least we have yellow ochre. So I'm just going to unwrap these and put them back in their little hidey holes, and then I'm going to swatch them out in my new sketchbook. I'm just using a water brush that I've got handy. I don't want to taint this little brush for swatches. I will look at these paints in more detail in a future video, but I just wanted to get an idea of what they're all about. I haven't bothered to unwrap the white because it's white. I'll probably switch that out for another green. So here we go. Now straight away I feel like these are much richer and more pigmented than the Cotman colours. Even with a colour as pale as the lemon yellow, that feels very much very much the case. Let's try this other yellow now, Windsor yellow. Now there doesn't seem to be that much of a difference. This is supposed to be a cool yellow, I think, and this is supposed to be a warm yellow, but down on the paper there's not much in it. This red looks absolutely lovely. Windsor red. The colour goes on for ages as well. Like, it seems to go a lot further. I really like this kind of thing. I get a lot out of doing this. I don't like swatching pencils. I find it really boring, but I love swatching paint. Okay, let's have a go at this one as well. This is Alizarin Crimson. Oh, that's lovely. I don't know. I'm interested to see how much consistency there is, as in their actual consistency when mixed with water, whether it's similar across all the colours. Show me the green. Naturally, this is the colour I am most excited about, and it looks exactly the way sap green is supposed to look. Oh yeah. Just add in a wee bit more colour down here. The colour seems to spread a wee bit better as well. I'm not entirely sure until I see them side by side. Again, I've got to take into account that this is alien paper to me. This is a new sketchbook with a new brand of paper. I've never used Arteza watercolour paper before, so I think it would only be fair to compare them like for like. And then we've got French ultramarine. I was expecting that to be a lot darker and richer, you know, like a lot deeper. Oh, there we go. There's one thing you can say for sure, these colours are vivid as heck. Well, these are professional watercolours now. The yellow ochre. Again, this is a colour I tend to use quite a lot, so that was an accident, my bad. My bad. So next we are on to raw sienna. I always get raw sienna and raw umber mixed up, and I have no idea why, because they're not even like remotely similar. Again, I don't know if I would have, it's back to this warm and cold colours, which is nice I suppose, but I think I might switch some of these out, just, you know, for the type of painting that I would do. Probably wouldn't need these, because again they're very close together. You know, they're not warm and cold enough. You know, the disparity between the warm and the cool isn't enough for me to want to keep them all in the palette. But that's the great thing about these palettes, because the pans lift out, you can pretty much do as you please with them. Okay, so this is burnt sienna. That's pretty nice. That's pretty rich colour as well. And I feel as well that with the black, I may switch the black out for Payne's Grey, or again something similar to that, or even indigo. I favour indigo over black for some reason, even though it's not technically black. So there we go. We can safely say that these are high quality paints. I know my Winsor & Newton Cotmans quite well, and these are definitely more vibrant, more vivid. That's something to be said for that. But I am super excited to be able to use this for the next couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, once I get my watercolour stuff packed away. So that is going to be super nice. Yay! And then we just fold it all up like this, and then you just put the top on like that, and we are done. Ta-da! It says nothing in the instructions about any of this. I wonder if it unscrews. Oh, it's just like a stopper. Ha! Got it! So you all know by now that I am permanently in love with Julia's watercolours from Julia K Art Studio. She hand makes watercolour paints, and I wanted to buy the colour that I got as a sample dot in the last haul video. Needless to say, I ordered that, and I ordered a few more, so I would like to swatch those out in this little Arteza book today. But in addition to that, Julia, she's a temptress. She has also sent me some paint dots for one of her upcoming big sets of paints that are going to be available. So I would really like to swatch those out as well, because these are colours that haven't been out before. I think I'm getting to the point where these haul videos aren't going to be haul videos unless they've got Julia's paints in them. So I've just got water brushes here. Most of my watercolour stuff is packed away now. You will have seen the video on this part by the time you see this, so that's fine. I can show you that. So I just want to swatch some of these out. So first of all, I'm going to start with the paints that I actually ordered. And as you can see, in traditional Julia style, they are beautifully wrapped in this little package. And a sample dot for another colour, and this looks like iris, and look at that, that is absolutely stunning. So we've got that to try out. That I'm quite excited by this one, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so this is the ones that I was talking about, which are in here, and I do believe that these are inspired by Harry Potter, I think, Oh, so we're going to give those a try, and these are called Pretty Potions. I am not going to be able to pronounce any of these. I am not a Harry Potter fan, nor am I a Harry Potter geek, so you'll have to bear with me on that one, but we'll deal with that in a moment. So that's us. We've already got 7 paints to try, plus the ones I've actually bought. So if I just unwrap this, we'll get into them. Okay, I realised I didn't film me actually unwrapping them, not that that's particularly exciting. So here's a picture of what they look like in their wrapper. And we are going to test these all out and see what they look like. Okay, I changed my mind. I've got a proper paintbrush. This is a little paintbrush from my travel set. So let's write this down. And again, you've got to love the sort of shimmery, shiny pigments of these. They're just absolutely beautiful. So let's do this. So this is like a really sort of yellow gold colour, but there's a hint of green in it almost. That is just lovely. Look at that. Ooh, ooh. And then we have the January pear, which is Ella and Vendela. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Ah, goodness me. Oh, these are so pretty together. This is Vendela. The next one is Vidar. Now this was the one that I got as a tester dot in the last lot of paints that she sent me. So I already know what this looks like. That's really nice. Really nice. And you know, you guys know I'm a big fan of my greens. And the last one is Odin, which looks very dark, but this is magical. This one is absolutely magical. So you start off with this really deep purple pigment. I don't know if you can see that in the light or not, but it's a really deep purple, and it fades out to like almost a grey, which is just, I can imagine doing a lot of like maybe armour with that, you know, like, do you know what I mean? Yes, you know, like breastplates and all that jazz. I think that would be awesome fun. Okay, and next we have Iris, which is this little paint dot here. Oh, look, it's so lovely. Ooh, that's a really nice sort of, almost like a gemstone colour. Now, as with all Julia's paints, I'm going to leave these to dry, and then I'll do a bit of page tilting so that you can appreciate the shimmerier versions. I'll just have some tea while we're waiting. Okay, so we've got lastly the Pretty Potions. I don't know if these are out in the February shop refresh of Julia's or whether it's the March one. Julia, if you see this, maybe you could clarify that for us and pop it down in the comments section. That would be really nice. So we've got these 6 colours, and you can see that some of them are shiny. I am most interested in the white one because white paint's not something that I use very often. But I think what we'll do is we'll swatch it on its own. Not that there's going to be an awful lot comes of this, I would imagine. It'll be interesting to see what it's like against this paper, because this paper is not actually white. Okay. Oh, it's quite opaque, I think. That's what, you can actually see that on the camera. I think this might be useful for highlights. Right, don't kill me for mispronouncing these. Felix Felicis or Felicus. I'm sure there'll be Harry Potter fans out there, and you'll be able to tell me what the actual potions were and what they were supposed to do as well. You can educate me on some Harry Potterness. Oh, that's quite shiny. I thought that was going to be more gold than... It looks quite sort of bronzy there. That's interesting. Verita Serum. Did I pronounce that one right? This one's one of my favourites because it's like a two-tone shimmer. Oh, this is so nice. I think this one's going to be my favourite. Oh, look at this. Look at this. That needs another going over. Yeah, it's got this sort of gold shimmer top layer against like the blue paint. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, Julia, you're spoiling us. And then this is the one I'm most excited about, I think, and that is Draft of Peace. And this is a really deep metallic blue. Oh, this looks delightful. Oh, yes. This is right up my alley. I love this. Yes, 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 more please. Look how rich that is. That is delightful. Okay, and let's get going with Amortentia. Bloody hell. Julia, can you give your next set of paints really straightforward names, please? Stop making my life difficult. Oh, this is a really nice shade of pink as well. It's quite, I would almost say it's like magenta-esque. Magenta-esque? Ooh. Yes, look how rich that is. And last one, I think this is called Polyjuice. Again, I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, and this is like a brown Oh wow, that is really dark. That is really saturated. This is one of these ones where you would only need a tiny amount of paint and it would go forever. And that's a really nice contrast to some of the other colours we've got as well. This is a lovely little set. So if it's not already available by the time you see this video, because again I'm not entirely sure when this video is going to go out, check back Julia's store the first of every month and hopefully the Pretty Potions set will be available to purchase. Yeah, if I tilt these now, you should be able to see the shimmery ones and the colours that they're actually coming out in. I think Odin's my favourite, closely followed by Draft of Peace, but I really like Ella as well, and I'm also quite into Vidar as well for obvious reasons. But there you go, so that's giving me even more paints to play with. The problem is now that the little palette that I bought to keep all Julia's paints in, that is packed away, so these are going to have to just kind of float about until we move and try not to lose them, which will be fun. Anyway, that is it for all of our haul. I just want to say thank you very much for joining me for another video. I know that this is a bit bitty and it's been done, you know, parts of this have been filmed over weeks and weeks as I've been moving, so you can rest assured that in the next few weeks we will be back to normal with videos and they will be in the new cave, so stay tuned if you're kind of having like arty withdrawal symptoms. It's fine, we'll get back there really soon, and I want to thank you for sticking with me through this as well. So bye for now everyone, I hope you have a good day.